Hello, this is video for introduction to C++ courses module 4's tasks. I will answer these questions in this video. How your application allocates player array dynamically in code, how your application handles individual player quits in code, and how did you implement collecting and displaying player statics in code. So, how my application allocates player array dynamically in code. So, if we go beginning of this code, I have made player struct, game struct with all necessary variables, and here's the declaration of the game struct in dynamically, some initializations, and here the game is asking how many players will participate this game, and from that user's input we get the size of this player array, and here it is declared. So it's just with the new keyword and with this number of players structs variables value, it is made. And that answers that question. And next question is how your application handles individual player quits in code. So I have made this player pointer to handle this player array. It's kind of shortcut to that. And here's the difficult level is asked, and here's the game loop itself. So it is handled, player quits is handled this way, that I have made boolean typed array which have the same size as the player array with this number of players value in the game struct, and the game loop loops as long as the game struct running boolean value is true, and there's the inner loop, for loop, which goes as long as this number of players have value, the I is of course less than that number of players. And the quit is handled that if this quitted boolean array's value is not true with the index of I, then the player is asked that number. And after the number is asked, and there's the if it was better or worse, after that is the question if player wanna play again, like the next round. If player answers yes, then the player again count integer variable gets +1, and if player don't wanna play, press N, then or yeah, press N or other key, then the quit that in that I index goes through, and when the next time the quitted array comes to that index, then it is true, and this if statement is not true, then and this is left out in that time. and this loop runs as long as the player account is greater than 0. So the player account, this integer value is beginning of the all rounds, it's initialized to 0, and it rises only when somebody pushes n, so meaning that it's he or she wanna continue to next round. And if it stays 0, then the game running, this running state goes to false, and this do while statement goes to false also. Well, that answers that second question, and maybe some more with that answer, but with the last question, how did you implement collecting and displaying player statics in code? So I collect those in that player game structs player array, which is this player struct. So I collect this name, hits and misses. And like I said, I did that pointer which handles that player array in that game struct. So I use it like when asking player's name. It's asked in for loop, in loops so many times that there's a players in game, and it just asks the name and put it in the name variable. And same goes with the hits and misses. It just rises hits or misses depending of the difficult level. In easy level, it's always get hits, and with the else levels, it gets always misses. And yeah, that, and I have just using, I don't know, is this, maybe it needs some more, but I have just this simple. I use these same variables to output those, because I think it's some dynamic thing is just, well, complicate things. But yeah, that was all. Thank you for watching, and bye.